when you come in here, usually everything is pretty much shut down, okay? So what you want to do is you want to start by powering up the panel over here, okay, which is already turned on. All right, the main power is right here. If you plan on doing anything that's going to go out to the outside of the booth, you can put on the outside speakers and control the volume here, okay? Anything that you use on here is controlled through the board, okay? So if you're going to do something with a CD, or you're going to use any of these items here, all right, it's all controlled through this panel, okay? So the microphones, this mic, and these two mics, all right, and if there is a third mic, it'll get plugged into here, and that'll be mic 4, are all going through here. And then all of this stuff is in this tower, and then the computer playback is right here, okay? When you guys do a podcast, what do you do it on? Do you do it into your own computer? Or do you do it into the Mac?
I would record it on a flash drive.
On a flash drive?
Yeah.
Okay, and where do you plug that into?
I would usually plug it, I
Right
believe,
here?
right into here, like one of these would do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you have those options. You can either do the podcast and take it on your own, or you can do it into the computer here. And the program that you can do it on is Audacity, okay? And what you would do is, as you are running your program or podcast, whatever it is that you might be doing, it's recording on here. And then you could either email it or output it onto something else, or you can even just plug your own laptop into here and record into that, okay? So you have different options that you want to do. So basically, I don't know if you want to come around here so you can see the board itself. When you're running the board, okay, for the mics to be on, has to be lit red, okay? For your audio levels to be at a good level, all right, you want to be somewhere in between this -15 and this dark white line here, which is a 0, okay? When it is on that and you're speaking into the mic, you'll see that your levels are playing right here, okay? Your levels should always be in this green to yellow area, all right? If you are too high and it's going into the red, all right, you're overmodulating, it's not going to sound good on the air. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to bring it down to that level and get a comfortable level to record at. Those two mics on that side are controlled by these two. So you would put these two up, and now you can record a 3-person podcast by having these mics up and being able to have a conversation back and forth. All right. As I mentioned before, anything that you might bring in terms of music or anything like that will be controlled by this area. And it's the same exact thing in terms of your levels. You want to have your levels at that -15 to 0 range to get a good level that's coming through. Okay? So if these are not lit, it's not going to work. You're not going to be recording anything. All right, so a lot of times what you might do is if you're doing a program, you put them on, you get your levels, and then just shut them off till you're ready to go on the air so that you know your levels are set. Okay? Any questions about anything so far? Okay? So now, when you're doing your program, obviously you want to have your headphones, all right? There's headsets on that side as well. This allows you to be able to hear what everybody is saying and at a comfortable level. So if there's music coming through and you're having a conversation between the 3 mics, everything is coming through here, all right? It's probably more prominent to have the headphones on when you are actually doing a radio program because there's going to be people talking into the headsets that aren't on the air. because we don't have that capability, it's take it or leave it. You don't really have to do it if you don't want to. All right. Your control room playback. All right. Volume is controlled here. Headphone volume level is here. Okay. Everything up here, all these lights and stuff over here, is if you are doing a more intricate program. All right. None of this has to be touched based on the situation that we're in here. Okay. So you don't have to worry about program 1, program 2. Q is to have a conversation without going on the air. Again, we're not on the air, so you don't have to worry about hitting any of these buttons up here, okay? So with that being said, if we wanted to record something into the computer, all right, you go into Audacity, which is this logo right here, all right? You bring it up, and it'll bring up this audio screen, okay? And now, all you have to do with this is hit record. I put my mic on here. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if you look onto the screen, you'll see my audio levels are popping as I'm speaking. Okay? So all of that is recording as I record into this microphone. All right? So now if I shut my mic off and I continue to talk, you'll see that there's nothing coming through. Okay? Put it back on, and we're back on the air. Okay? So you can see that that is basically where your audio is going to run through if that's what you're recording into. So now I stop it. All right, and if I go back to so the headphone level is up. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You hearing it through the headset?
No.
No? Okay, so you're just hearing it through the computer then. Should be playing through the headphone too, but either way, it's just coming through the computer right now. So that is basically how you would record onto that. And then what you can do with this is download it onto whatever it is that you want to do. If you are putting it onto a flash drive or something like that and taking it with you, you just pop the file right onto there. All right, so if I just delete this and start from scratch. All right, so if you guys, what I'll do, I put on all 3 of your mics. If you guys want to do a sound check, one at a time. So Sophie, you want to go first? And when you do a sound check, usually you want to count to like maybe 10 so that you give the person who's checking your audio a little time to make sure that everything is working. So,
okay. Sound check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
good.
7.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, go ahead.
Sound check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
right.
7.
Good.
Sound check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Keep going because
8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
move the mic a little closer to you.
13, 14,
Okay.
15.
It's a little low, so you might have to come up a little bit. Try again.
13, 14, 15.
Okay. Yeah, as you raise your voice, the levels go up a little bit higher. So, okay, that's good. All right, so let's record a little. All right. So I don't know. Do you guys have anything that you want to discuss?
Spring break plans?
Spring break.
Sure. All right. So Sophie, you will be our host, and you will ask our guests what their spring break plans are. All right. So I'm going to hit record, and we will start in 3, 2.
All right, guys. So why don't you tell me a little bit about what your plans are for this upcoming spring break?
Well, I can tell you I'm not doing much. I'll probably be at my internship or working at Dunkin' Donuts, which is always a blast. What about you?
I'm stalling my spring break until late March and going to DC for the weekend and then going to Huntington for another weekend.
Cool. What about you, Sophie?
I'm just going to stay here and do some work, I think.
Sweet. Okay.
It's very productive.
And a wonderful segment. Good job, buddy. Excellent work. All right. So, we can take that and let's bring it back to the beginning.
Oh no.
Oh no, I gotta hear myself. And let's have a little listen.
Yeah. Alright guys, so why don't you tell me a little bit about what your plans are for this upcoming spring break? Well, I can tell you I'm not doing much. I'll probably take another internship or working at Dunkin' Donuts.
When you usually do this, you record just right onto here,
Yeah.
and you don't go through the computer, right?
No, we don't turn on the computer at all.
Okay. All right. And then once this is in, you just hit record on here, right?
Yeah.
So I don't want to erase anything that you have on here, so. All right. So the levels, if you see, the levels are coming through right on here. Okay, so the levels that are on here are coming through right on here, and it's recording right onto the flash drive. So when you take this out and you plug it into your computer at home or your laptop or whatever it might be, you have your audio on here. Okay? It's as simple as that. So when you're done, or if you just want to pause it, or stop it. Okay?